Hi, Catholic nurses. So I got thinking that I haven't actually done a video on being Catholic in the workplace. So being a Catholic nurse coach, that's what I want to talk about today is being Catholic in today's workforce and in today's uh, mostly secular society. So like anything, we have our circumstance, our thoughts, our feelings, which are our emotions, not like a physical feeling, our actions that we take, and then the results that we get. So the circumstance is you are Catholic. A thought I put down for this one, I had a couple different thoughts, um, but I went with this one because I know for me, it's one that I thought for a long time. Some other ones I put was I won't know what to say. I hope no one finds out that I'm Catholic. I just didn't talk about it. So the thought I put down though was someone will confront me. And the feeling that I have with that is fear, but shame. So the feeling that I have the most is shame with that if someone finds out I'm Catholic. So actions that I take then, I avoid the conversation. I avoid conversations, especially about anything that's a hot topic. And if someone finds out you're Catholic, right? Abortion, sex before marriage, contraception, sex abuse in the church history with minors, same sex attraction. And then I avoid people who have different views, or I agree with them just for the sake of just trying to be one of the crowd, trying to fit in. I don't want to be the one to stand out and have a different opinion. Afterwards, after the situation, I ruminate on it in my mind, thinking what else I could have said. I should have handled this differently. And when I'm in that place of shame, I don't go look up what the church says. I don't pray. I'm not going to mass. I'm not going to confession after that situation when I'm in the thought of someone will confront me, right? Like I'm in avoidance. Later on, I might have a different thought that leads me then to pray and reflect on it. But when I'm in this situation at work and think someone will confront me, I'm hiding, I'm withdrawing. And then the result is you avoid confronting yourself that you're not showing up as a Catholic. So I would say for the first majority of the first nursing job I had for sure, it was even at a Catholic facility. And I didn't talk about being Catholic. I was quite young in my early 20s. The next job I had, I worked in hospice, um, quite religious environment, but if you said you were Catholic, people often coworkers would instantly start questioning you. Why the church does this? Why do they do that? Right? Like I instantly then would withdraw. So if you're sick of showing up this way, like I was, I can show you a different thought to have. But again, it's okay to be in that place. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I think that's where I was at in that time in my life. I was quite young. I had been catechized, but most of it was in my youth, so I didn't remember most of it. I was when I went to the hospice place that I was working at, like I said, it was more religious. I was currently finding out more about my faith, so I felt a little bit more confident, but still wasn't completely confident and struggled to find the words if somebody would confront me. So, same situation, you're a Catholic. Instead, after you've sat with, okay, do I want to change this thing about me? What do I want to come up with a different result? I have the thought, I can love people where they are at. My feeling is self-confidence. Now, self-confidence takes time. It takes practice. It takes um, believing in yourself, just like getting any other thought or feeling does. When we try to build up confidence, it's looking at past things to say, okay, like I'm getting more confident in this, right? When I was first a nurse and I needed to calculate out medication, morphine, adjustments to methadone as a hospice nurse. I was very unsure at the beginning, right? But slowly over time, I built up more confidence and more self-confidence that I could do it with practice. So if I want to feel self-confident, I can have the thought, I can love people where they're at, because I can do that at any time, any place. My actions are then I pray for others. I'm not afraid to vocalize that I'm Catholic. I focus on God. I can go to Mass, confession, adoration. I believe God will put me in the right place at the right time and know that I don't have to have all the answers. And then the result is you will love yourself where you are at, knowing that you don't have all the answers. I think oftentimes when we're confronted at work, for one, we're terrified that we're going to say something wrong, that we won't give justice to the church, that it'll come out and offend somebody, it'll make the situation worse, they'll dislike Catholics even more. But what I've come to find with the thought, I can love people where they're at, that opens the door to just having a friendship with them. That opens the door to just showing up and being Catholic, but not being, not me not being the aggressor on that side and being confrontational about others. I think that oftentimes in our world, we like to shame and confront, and we think that that way, like, oh, when I say that, they'll get it, right? Like it'll just sink in, and then and they'll come to our side, right? They'll become Catholic. They'll understand all the wrongs of their ways. But think in your life, think who are you gonna believe? Somebody who is a friend, somebody that you can come to with open curiosity, or somebody that every time you talk to, they get aggressive and they just keep saying, well, no, that's wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. So I really like the thought I can love people where they're at because I can. That thought serves me. That thought in turn serves God, which is the whole purpose of our being, right? To know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him. So I hope you guys found this helpful. I do one-on-one coaching. I would love if you would go to CatholicNurseCoach.com and book a free discovery call with me. And let's go change our world. And I'm praying for you.